Okay, so this is probably the first video that I'm going to think isn't just a test. Um, they recommend scripts. I don't know. I think that's too much work for what I'm trying to accomplish. And I don't know if it would suit my personality and my style. But I do actually have an outline this time, so we'll see how it goes. I got some things I want to tell people about. They've added some interest to the barracks. We have a window now, kind of. I really like the different things that you can do with Minecraft. I think a lot of its popularity comes from the fact that you can take these are fences that they're using as window panes. You can take these disconnected elements and make them look very visually interesting, in addition to the challenge offered by things like mobs. I've been learning how to hide the black parts on the screen. You can see at the bottom I have a ticker now. There isn't a whole lot there. Just, I needed to put something in the ticker to figure out how it worked. And, the logo, things like that. I gotta figure out how to hide the side. That big purple box on the right is actually on my screen a notepad. We have cows now. A notepad and where I've got my outline and a bunch of comments. And with the number of times I say I might actually write a script. But I don't know. It feels like that would lock me into one way of doing things, and I'm not sure if this video is possible. I haven't gotten that far, and I'm not doing video editing at this point. So I don't want to lock myself into something that doesn't fit what I'm doing in the game and not be able to fill up the silences. I do have a 15-minute limit because YouTube at this point in time isn't going to let me upload anything longer than 15 minutes. This is a verification process you got to go through. Working on that. Like I said, one thing at a time. I'm using a program called OBS. It's free. There are a lot of learning resources for it, and it's really highly recommended. It's not as good as some of the paid versions, but I don't have the money for all of that. And for being free, it's extremely robust. There's a lot of professionals out there using it. So I picked that mostly because it's got so many free resources. There was another one. I can't remember the name of it now. There was another one out there that I considered that's recommended by a guy called Cynical Sorcerer. Not as many resources out there. Harder to learn. And, I'm teaching myself how to do all of this. So, that's a pretty important element in picking a piece of software. There's a tutorial series by a guy named Nick Newman, and I've been learning a lot about that. I'm actually going to add a link to the comments, like all the big guys do, right? And he's been really helpful. I've learned a lot from him about how to use OBS and how to do the different things. There's some really cool things that he does. They have done a lot, so much, so fast. Some of them are playing a lot more than I am right now. But I'm spending my time learning how to do this. So, I only got so much time. What do we got? Oh. I wonder why. Why would you put lapis here? I haven't played this game in 4 years. I have no idea how anything works anymore. And so along with, learning OBS, I'm teaching myself Minecraft. Feels like almost from the beginning because I remember some basic things and not even all of those. You can see what I'm doing with the Skybridge here. These are slabs, sandstone slabs. White concrete. I need all the bone meal in the world. One bone meal ends up being 8 concrete blocks. So, and I forget what the skeleton bone, how much bone meal that ends up being. It's irrelevant. Meanwhile, I'm making a lot of notes about what I want to do better, like refining the ticker and the space at the bottom, The kinds of things that I might add as an overlay. I do a step at a time, and eventually it'll end up being pretty amazing, and I'll be real happy with it. But this is the Sky Bridge. It's really big. I spent way too much time on it. I'm spending more time on it while I learn. I might add some bits. These are boring. Elegance is very important to me. Minimalism are very... I don't like clunky and I don't like cluttered. And people, they add a lot of curlicues and a lot of decorations. And to me, it just ends up being noisy. It just distracts your eye really bad. There used to be a trapdoor at the top of this ladder. I took it away. It made it entirely too hard to get down the ladder. So now I'm going to go back to the barracks and, I'm not going to sleep or anything, just gonna stand there. Because this is generally where I log out right now, unless I die. And we'll catch you later. I'll upload this